Hello everybody, welcome to another Blender Basics video. So today we're going to be covering the topic of how to extrude things! Yay! What does that mean? We're going to get to that. So with that being said, so the first thing we need to do is to our humble default cube is to tab into edit mode real quick. We're going to select our face button over here. We're going to select a face, in this case the top face right here, and then we're going to hit E on the keyboard to extrude. Yay, we love that. But first, don't forget to turn on screencast, Nathan. Good job. Anyway, so we're going to tab into edit mode, and then we're going to E on the actual keyboard in order to extrude. Now you can hit E and then drag up with the mouse and hit E and drag up with the mouse, and as you can see, we're extruding the face. Up and up and up. We're adding more geometry. Not like the subject in school you hated, but 3D geometry. It's different. Not really. But regardless, so as you can see, we can just keep doing this endlessly, which is cool-ish. Anyway, and then of course we can hit G to, like, move any of these things. So that's kind of fun, right? So we can just, whoa, look at this. Look at it go. Anyway, so you need to learn how to extrude things because we're just going to go ahead and just select all these right here real quick and just dissolve faces. Nice. Yay. Our default cube is still default. Now, with that being said, right, so not only can we extrude things, but you can extrude all sorts of stuff, and there's different ways to do it, actually, as a matter of fact. So in Blender, of course, you can always hit E in edit mode in order to just, extrude a face. Or, on the other hand, on the left-hand side, if you see it here, there's all these wonderful different options, such as extrude region. And then if you actually click and hold on to this whole thing, you'll have different options, like extrude manifold, extrude along normals, and extrude individual, and extrude to cursor. Remember that whole cursor thing that we went over? Yeah, it's a good one. Anyway, but you can also use those, and they're nifty little widget tools. Yay! And you can use the little widgety gizmo thing in order to extrude, and that's fun. Anyway, that's really cool. But there's different options. Play around with them. The one thing that I'm going to teach you nonstop in this whole series of Blender Basic stuff, and even with my little tutorials, if you will, is actually just how to play. Just play around, mess around with stuff. Take the things that I've taught you or that you've watched in these videos and just start trying to mess around with them. Who cares if it looks like crap? Nobody genuinely cares. Just get better. And the only way that you can possibly get better is by, just give up. That's way too many. All right, anyway, so that's pretty cool. So that's extrude. Now, as you can see here, other bits of extruding things, like we can select all these. Mind you, to select the multiple things, I don't know if I went over this yet, but, we are ADHD as all get out up in here. Anyway, so in order to select multiple things, you would just hold down Shift on the keyboard and then Shift-click the different things in order to select them, which is awesome. There's other ways to do this as well. With that being said, we can use one of these tools, like the whole extrude manifold, extrude along normals, or extrude individual, which I'm going to show you right now. And when we do that, we can go ahead and actually click this little thing right here. And oh my goodness, we now have a plus sign, or yeah, crosses. Something of that sort. Regardless, yeah, so you can do all sorts of stuff with extrude, which is great. Just go the right way. Don't go inward, because that don't make no sense. But yeah, anyway, so that's extrude here in Blender. There's other things you can extrude too, including edges, mind you, right? So if we hit E on this, we can extrude this edge. It's sideways, askew, and tilted, slanted, what have you. Regardless. Or you can even extrude the points or the vertices or the vertexes as well. And then if you wanted to, you could extrude another one. And then you could select all these and hit F. Wow, we just made a face. A polygon. But it's tilted. Wait, let's do this. Hit J. Ah, yes. There we go. Makes more sense. All right. Anyway, a cube is looking a bit weird, but regardless, that's extrude. Extrude all the things. Have fun with that. And happy extruding? Question mark?